Greetings from Luke and Tawny Austin in Honduras. Thank you for your generous and faithful support this year. 2020 has been crazy, but God is still working here. We were blessed to have our very first teen overnight camp for 4 days back in January. We had 26 campers and 13 of them made decisions for Christ. We were able to begin a great schedule of ministry after camp. We had a good group of teens at our youth group each week. Bonnie was able to have 2 faithful English students each week with whom we were building good relationships. And we continued our weekly feeding at the filling station. Then in March, Honduras went under quarantine and all of our ministry here came to a halt. We were able to find new ways to minister to people here through distributing bags of essential food to people as they were quarantined at home without any means of income. Then we decided to open a temporary trade school to help give families a way to make a little bit of income during this time. I am basically childcare while Tawny is helping lead the ladies in the trade school. That brings us to today. The country is slowly beginning to show signs of opening, but we are still under quarantine. We are unsure of what the immediate future holds for us, as everything changes here weekly and without much advanced announcement. But we will continue to do what we can faithfully as long as God keeps us here. Thank you for your support and prayers, and we rejoice with you as you are able to join together in worship again.
Hola from Honduras support family. We have a big announcement to share with y'all. Although we would love to be with you physically to share this news, and since you are our faithful prayer and financial partners, we wanted to share this information with you through this video. We would like to announce that we will not be staying in Honduras and will instead be transitioning to a new ministry in Florida.
What does this mean for the ministry in Honduras? We're leaving the ministry here in the very capable hands of Children's Bible Ministries and Ondina, our awesome teacher who helped us teach children the Bible for our Saturday feedings. Ondina has a great heart for the children and the people of El Filtro, and she's been a great partner in our ministry there. She has a passion for children to learn about God's Word and runs a children's ministry at her own local church. Despite the unfortunate current circumstances, we consider it a positive and spiritual win to be leaving the ministry here in the hands of a native Honduran. Through our experiences, our study of God's Word, and the training we received in college, we've learned that the ultimate goal of a missionary organization is to train up nationals who have no language or cultural boundaries to take over and lead a local ministry. So we rejoice and thank God for providing us with Ondina these past few months and are excited to see how God uses her to grow the ministry. It is our prayer for her that she'll be able to resume ministry here in the next couple of months. The ministry is remaining under the direction and funding of Children's Bible Ministries, or CBM. If you'd like more information about continuing to support the ministry of CBM, of Children's Bible Ministries Honduras, the future plans of the ministry, or if you have an interest in serving with this ministry in the future, please contact CBM directly and visit their website, childrensbibleministries.net.
Where are we going next? We're excited that God has led us to join the ministry of Faith Extreme in Polk County, Florida. Faith Extreme is a ministry whose mission field is at-risk children and their families in impoverished high-crime areas of Polk County. The ministry is currently centered in the greater Winter Haven area of Polk County, with plans to expand into Lakeland and other areas in the near future. There's a lot that this ministry does to be a safe haven for the youth they serve and use the teaching of God's Word and acts of service to train up the next generation of leaders with the goal of changing the future of their neighborhoods. We encourage you to check out their website, www.faithextreme.org, for more information.
Our history with this ministry goes back to our time serving at Camp Gilead. Our first exposure to Faith Extreme was when they had a week of camp at Gilead just for the youth in their ministry. In the following off-season, we had the blessing of helping Faith Extreme run one of their weekly after-school Bible clubs. We quickly fell in love with the ministry and began volunteering at a second club each week. Luke's favorite week of camp the following summer was FX week. Fast forward to today, God is blessing the work Faith Extreme is doing and the ministry is expanding. Luke is going to be joining the ministry on a full-time basis, filling a wide range of different roles, and once he starts, we'll have a better idea of what those roles are exactly. And I will be joining on a part-time basis with the goal of helping with bookkeeping and communicating with volunteers to free up a current full-time staff member so she can serve in her best area of expertise in the ministry. And we'll both be helping with weekly Bible clubs during the school year.
What about support? Faith Extreme is a 501c3 nonprofit organization which operates as a result of faithful monthly support and donations as well as corporate sponsors. Faith Extreme pays its staff a salary from its yearly budget. As a result, we will no longer be in need of monthly financial support partners for us personally. However, if you would like to continue to support us in our ministry in this way, we would encourage you to consider becoming a faithful support partner for Faith Extreme. This will allow the ministry as a whole to continue to better minister to our mission field and expand as God opens doors. If you would like to give to Faith Extreme, we would love for you to visit www.faithextreme.org/support-us.
So when will this be happening? Well, when the transition back to Florida and to Faith Extreme will be happening is the big question at this point. As we all know, and all of you are aware, the pandemic has disrupted and changed plans and has also made it extremely difficult to make future plans. This difficulty is compounded by the fact that we're dealing with the Honduran government that has chosen to handle this pandemic very differently than the United States. Our restrictions are far greater and the country's borders remain closed. Our original plan was for the transition to occur closer to the conclusion of our one-year commitment in October here in Honduras. However, the pandemic has restricted our ability to even do ministry here in the country, as well as complicated our visa situation. Because of the current situation, we believe that it is the proper timing for us to make the transition in the near future. We're unable to provide an exact date for leaving Honduras due to the complicated flight situation here, and we don't have an official date of transitioning from CBM missionary to Faith Extreme staff, but we will share this information with you as soon as we know all the details. With that said, we would ask that you continue your faithful prayer and financial support as we continue to work through the current situation together. We will do our best to communicate changes in our situation as soon as possible.
Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for your faithful support of our ministry these past few years, both at Camp Gilead and here in Honduras. We could not have done it without your support, and we would continue to covet your prayers for a smooth transition into our new adventure and as we continue to follow God's leading with Faith Extreme. We love you, support family, and are praying for your health and safety. Adios!
Bye!